French letter, and my girl bad. Gatekeeper says open, I ain't coming back. 15-minute TED talk, collecting 40 rags. 1 milli paid in tax, bitch, do the math. Did the math, I'm baby Johnny Cash. My girl gon' throw it back, damn my life is cinemax. Holy hell, this max, I make hits and you make trash. I'm on vacay, do not ask, poolside eating Apple Jacks. Shut up, bitch, shut up. Big deal like TJ Maxx. Bought some cataracts, watch a naughty tag. Nick Cage, how I act, heavily dislike tax. Got some aces on my feet, never wear a mask. I'm in the cut like a wound, wake your ass up, make some room. And my girl, coming soon. I don't fuck with honeymoons, throw some money on my tune. Finesse too hard, I'm feeling girls love me, they want a spoon. Let me finish, I'll resume. Flame suit, French letter, and my girl bad. Gatekeeper says open, I ain't coming back. 15-minute TED talk, collecting 40 rags. 1 milli paid in tax, bitch, do the math. Do the math, bitch, do the math. 1 milli paid in tax, bitch, do the math. I just curved cameo, she said I'm a Romeo. She gon' split me up and lit me up like Oreo. First global book deal, sell that shit to Indigo. Getting money since I was a itty bitty embryo. Save my money when I die for the fam. Always make a sale, catamaran. Shawty tryna play some games where I don't play Catan. I'm a plug, she an outlet, cut up Mr. Middleman. Yeah, I got ass that she wants to come see. Yeah, only speak the truth, hyperbole. God damn, I sound good on this beat. Says open, I ain't coming back. 15-minute TED talk, collecting 40 rags. 1 milli paid in tax, bitch, do the math. Maybe I've been wasting time. My state of mind's been a little hazy lately, but I stay alive. Come take a dive inside my head, feeling down but never out. I'm hanging by a thread. I'm wasting time. My state of mind's been a little hazy lately, but I stay alive. Come take a dive inside my head, feeling down but never out. I'm hanging by a thread. Sometimes I feel like I'm dying. Sometimes I feel already dead. I got an obsession. Perception's kinda messing with my head. I wake up in the days, don't even keep track of days. I got a problem with myself, but I know I'll be okay. I got a lot of pressure, but hope I don't crack the foundation. I think it's maybe time for me to change the location. I don't know what I'm doing, usually I'm just pacing and wondering if everything I want is worth chasing. Damn, breathe, I'm wide awake. Nothing changes, pack it up and just drive away. Sick and tired of this everyday hideaway. This everyday hideaway. Maybe I've been wasting time. My state of mind's been a little hazy lately, but I stay alive. Come take a dive inside my head, feeling down but never out. I'm hanging by a thread. I'm wasting time. My state of mind's been a little hazy lately, but I stay alive. Come take a dive inside my head, feeling down but never out. I'm hanging. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Y'all already know we getting some Marvel Rivals ranked going, and you know how it is here. It's been a little bit. It's all good. I've been a little busy. That's me. I got some new covers out. I have 2 out right now on YouTube and SoundCloud. It is under Phoenix. If you look up "Stay Away" by Phoenix, and as well as "The Funeral" by Phoenix, you can find them under there. And go check them out. They're acoustic covers. I'm gonna kind of do this leading up to the EP that will hopefully, fingers crossed, I will have it done and getting ready for release by July 4th.
So, but I'm gonna also try and make this a regular thing. Loaded. The game is not at, it might be cooked on console. It's not cooked on PC at all, which I've kind of, if you couldn't tell, stepped away from console gaming in general because yeah, there's no, I have slowly found no purpose of playing console at all now. So that's kind of where it's at. Is the game's not cooked. I've just haven't found, might be cooked on console. I don't know because I haven't touched it on console in a while. Okay. Here we go with ban cycle. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Toxic community is there, no doubt.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
I honestly
We are
will
Cloak
be
and Dagger.
straight up honest with
We are
you.
hope and fear.
Is the, and part of the reason why Ninja quit is he's saying toxic community,
Now,
and it's because
who
people
am I gonna banish from this match?
just cause already knowing I'm throwing hella, because why are we banning Ultron? We have a player that wants to play Ultron. Why are we banning him? But okay. But no. The thing is Ninja quit partially because of the toxicity, and part of it being that his teammates, kind of his friends, kind of quit playing with him. So, and that's kind of how it went. I feel like is his teammates also quit playing with him, so he quit playing. Go. This in-game volume is gonna like drive me out of my skin.
The right heroes could make all the
I
difference.
don't need to hear that much. But so yeah. They banned Groot and we banned Hulk. Okay. Once again, you know bans are active. Pick the character you're gonna play. If, cause we don't need 3. Okay, never mind. But yeah, so that's partially the reason why Ninja just kind of quit. Is cause well, he kind of sucks at the game, and people told him he sucks at the game, and he didn't quite like that.
Stay strong.
Yeah, but that's kind of the issue with streamers. Let's all be honest here. That is very much a issue with streamers. Is, well, you guys are now these big name players, all that. That kind of subjects to it. I don't agree with it, but you know, if everybody remembers, he partially quit Fortnite because of that too. Oh, he's getting stream sniped. Well, what do you expect? As I'm getting tossed because I get no heat. People behind me, but it's all good. Like, honestly, what do you... As it's freezing on me for some reason. But yeah, it's very much one of those things that I can tell you straight up, he should know by now. This is part of the shtick. Because, you know, it's what happened with him in Fortnite at one point.
There's still a chance to stop them.
Yeah, it is very inevitable. When you are trying to... When you are a big streamer, it's one of those things of... The best way you can do it is hide when you're queuing up. Yeah, I feel like, dude, I swear to God, we've all been stream sniped here and there. And it's like, you can hide your username. It won't matter because these viewers will kind of have what I have, 3 monitors, and on the one monitor have the Twitch going up, and, oh, what's this? He's queuing up now. So it's one of those things of probably deactivating an audio, deactivating their screen when you're in the lobby, so that they can't tell when you're queued and when you're not. As I'm trying to out heal so much damage is not even funny. Me trying, dude, I am getting wrecked here, sir. Because we aren't even getting anywhere. He's gonna just, yeah. Who are they running? Yo, Ultron is not the move, G. Yeah. And oh. Like, it's kind of just inevitable for any streamer. Like, especially if you're one of the few streamers on that game that's doing popularity, all that stuff. So, I've kind of learned that.
Just keep going.
Okay, so I'm just gonna have to change that.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
After. Can we... Yeah. Because just... I feel like I'm kind of solo healing, and this is not going well. For... by myself. But yeah. It's just kind of... bound to happen. Of it, and... Can we get a Loki, a Luna Snow, something? I don't feel like we're asking for much here, mate. Yeah. That's why half the time, unless I'm playing with friends or certain people in Discord with me, I don't talk in voice chat with people. Partially because I'm a support main. As you probably, I don't know if you saw, but as you can see on probably the screen, can we get better healer than Ultron? Don't get me wrong, I agree, but well, if the player can't realize that, or they only think that Ultron is the move, they're going to try and stay with Ultron.
0, 2, 3.
And that's just that.
Time to switch things up.
But
Including which
it's one of those
side
things of, well, Overwatch was just as toxic. Everyone remembers.
top-notch team to win this one.
They just no.
We are hope.
It's not that they're just better. We had a bad first round, y'all. Like, let's get to cooking here. But yeah, the WWE 2K community toxicity is absurd, in my opinion. Especially now. Not mention. Let's all be honest, the WWE is going downhill. That wrestling company is slowly dying. It's everything to do with what Vince did
30 seconds before
to
you attack.
basically make sure Hunter and his daughter never got that company. That's the issue, is everybody has a problem and is like, under Vince it was better. Once again, who did Vince sell the WWE to?
My costume
Like,
just kinda
That's just it. And yeah, you know, Daddy 2K Online's toxic, COD is toxic. I don't feel like there's a non-toxic game nowadays because everybody is, first of all, so hyper competitive because it's them trying to be the next, you know, big streamer, next big, you know, big TikToker, clips, all that stuff. Yeah, it is very much true. The Overwatch community, so because Overwatch was going downhill in player base already, basically the minute Rivals got released, and because it's a hero shooter, the Overwatch community that was there just went over to Rivals, and half of them are sexist pigs that, well, at the end of the day, when you are a female player, it kind of sucks to play a game that, well, you may be really good at, no doubt, but, well, yeah. WWE is dog shit. No, see, it's not even him anymore if you read the recent articles. So his job is creative, but he basically now has a board of directors and stockholders he has to please. And that's it. So every idea of creativity that we thought we would get with him, yeah. Like I said, he's good at creative. It's just now he has the board of directors that is basically going to wreck it. So basically TKO technically owns the WWE. So Hunter is just COO. So he's in charge of creative, but people like the board of directors, aka people like The Rock, now Dwayne Johnson, have basically can tell him what to do, and if he doesn't do what they want, as you probably read the most recent rumors, they're going to possibly replace him. So it's one of those things of, well, I don't know what to tell fans, because it sucks. There is no doubt it sucks being a fan right now, especially with ticket sales being as pricey as they have been in the last. I find ticket sales. No, he doesn't. Actually, that's the thing, that's what everybody thought. If you go look at one of the most recent conversations, articles written by an actual reputable source, within the next 18 months, it sounded like Triple H is going to be replaced. Yeah, that's... Like I said, I didn't mind his booking, but when you add in The Rock into the equation of being on the board of directors of TKO, kind of calling the shots, it's hard to sit there and be like, well, and it's hard to create booking options because he has to look out for shareholders' money. Once again, though, look at who's all in Seth Rollins' faction, and look at that entire match. That's how you gotta look at it. I personally wouldn't have done Rollins, but out of that entire match, once again, who is going to bring the most interest on? Who's been the most interesting on Raw lately, in viewership eyes? Sadly, Seth Rollins and his entire faction has been kind of the talk of Monday Night Raw. So that's kind of what it is. Sadly. Like, obviously, I would have preferred someone else winning. But you know, but once again, it's one of those things of they weren't gonna. Yeah, you turned down the show, but the show's not meant for WWE fans anymore. Sadly. So, here's one of the articles for, so Triple H is involved in power struggle in WWE, could be replaced by Rock's close friend, feels X-Star. And that's one of many articles now. And it's because, well, when you have The Rock on board of directors and everybody looks at, oh, well, he's been successful, he should know what he's talking about. Well, that's what it is. Think about it. That's kind of how it is going to be. It was Triple H's idea for Cena to turn heel, not The Rock. You are absolutely right. And that was a bad call. Like, everybody wanted Cody to turn heel. Yeah. But that is creative control on the characters, but that's not creative control on the booking and who wins and who doesn't all the time. And he has to still get the ideas now authorized by TKO's board of directors because he has a bunch of shareholders he has to look at. So what's going to bring in the most money? Well, everybody wanted to see a Cena heel turn. Remember, everybody wanted to see it for how long? Like, that's just the thing, is it. And that's how I have to look at it, is, well, from a business standpoint, he has to sit there and have somebody breathing down his neck telling him, well, you can and you can't do this, you can do this, but yeah. But yeah, Rock wanted Cody, which, like I said, it made sense for Cody to have the heel turn. With the idea that they were going for, it made sense. It never made sense for Cena to, in my opinion. Like, so, but once again, and that's just it, is, like I said, it's one of those things of, well, it may not be what we want now, sadly, and, well, that's how it's gonna be. Because, yeah, I'm like, yeah, it would have made sense for Cody, especially if you were gonna do the same thing that you were gonna do for Cena. It would make sense. Like, but instead, we are looking at, what you call it? We're looking at kind of a shitty, in my opinion, a really shitty heel turn from Cena. And I don't know if that is Cena to blame, or if it's Hunter to blame, if it's a story writer thing that is going on, because once again, everybody got what they wanted. A bunch of fans got what they wanted, and yet it seems like this has kind of sucked. And yeah, I kind of agree. Well, Cena being this corporate jackass does not make sense. Being this dude that wants to destroy wrestling that helped made him. Oh, okay, I don't follow with it. Where I'm like, Cody, on the other hand, would have made the great heel turn because, well, he dresses like one and he looks like one. And, yeah, in Money in Bank, I personally... That men's Money in Bank match, there should have been way better people in there than who was. And that's just that. And, you know, they're going to continue this long-term storyline with Punk and Rollins, where, you know, Rollins is going to get screwed out of the Money in Bank cash-in. That's what's going to happen. It is awful. And like I said, and people wondered why, why they never turned did the heel turn. I mean, I didn't mind the first Money in Bank match. Personally, though, I don't think Naomi should have won, in my opinion, again. One of those people that it's like, well, you had 3 stars that Money in Bank could have just made them right then and there. And Julia, because you had Julia, you had Stephanie Vacure, and Roxanne Perez. And we give it to Naomi. Like, I'm sorry, but Naomi really didn't need the belt because she really hasn't done much, in my opinion. And you know, some people have an issue with the what you call it, the 4-match, or you know, the light match pay-per-views. I kind of prefer them because, you know, I don't like the idea of staying up until 10 o'clock watching one pay-per-view anymore. For, you know, 2 matches that I only care about. And like I told people, I have my issue with Money in Bank was there was only 2 matches I cared about on that entire match card. And that was both Money in Bank matches. I didn't care for the Cena Cody Rhodes one. Because, well, we know Cena's losing the belt come SummerSlam. So once again, and I did not care for Becky Lynch versus, what's her name?
This is real firepower.
Like, that's just kind of it. Is I didn't care for Becky versus Lyra Valkyria because personally I felt like that match should have never happened because Lyra was on a roll. There was no need to give Becky that belt. And then second, and
By the eye of Agamotto.
oh yeah, no protection ever. Will make me want to hop on GT on this shit. But yeah,
Let's get into some good trouble.
I'm doing this my way.
Like, and yeah, I can definitely see how those Money in the Bank matches put you to sleep. Like, and like I said, and the whole R-Truth thing, I'm like, personally, myself, I did not feel like it was that big of a deal that R-Truth didn't re-sign at first. I don't feel like it was. Because I'm like, truthfully, what is WWE losing out on? What does he bring to the table besides comedy that makes it worth him probably getting paid a couple millies? That is always my big thing. Is with something like R-Truth, once again, if he's getting paid a few millions, you got Roman Reigns that's making $15 million a year to barely show up, and I mean barely show up. It is literally bare bones showing up from Roman. Let's all be honest here. Then what is the purpose of having R-Truth besides making characters break character? Literally, that has been his goal.
The current score is 0-2.
Is, oh yeah, we're just gonna have you break character all this time.
Including which side you're on.
Well, when you have somebody breaking character
We are hope and
as much as he is,
heroes could make
well,
all the difference.
do bands? No, we didn't. We can. Yeah. I can play a flyer.
Round 2. Go.
Cause
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
yeah, and that's the thing is I'm like, no offense, the comedy wrestling or wrestlers like Pretty Deadly needs to just go. They do not need to be on the roster. They do not need a spot. I get somebody needs to get paid, but there are better tag teams in NXT than them. And gimmicks like El Grande Americano. Why? Why? Why El Grande? Like, keep on it, keep on it. Boom, boom, boom. Stay in the drones, y'all. Stay in the drones, baby. Get up, get up, get up. Oh, he is? No, not anymore. Like, but yeah, I definitely agree. The idea of keeping someone like Pretty Deadly is just fucking stupid. If you are gonna let somebody like R-Truth go. Like, I definitely agree.
Going anywhere.
Stuff like keeping Pretty Deadly is not worth it. Keeping, you know, there's a lot of people that on the current roster do not need to be there if we are cutting. If we are sitting here being like, oh, we gotta cut every bunch of costs somewhere,
That vehicle.
there's a lot of wrestlers that
By the eye of Agamotto.
personally I could say needs to go. And like I said, it's one of those things of someone like, I don't want to be that person because Chad is great. Chad Gable is a phenomenal wrestler,
In their tracks.
but shit like, no offense, El Grande Americano, for instance, that is one person.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Like, and know what? I am perfectly okay with that. This,
Stop them.
but my key thing is, okay, if Triple H gets let go, who else are you gonna have do the booking?
This is real fun.
Final score 0-2.
Cause no offense, NXT hasn't been that great in my opinion. NXT isn't like, oh my god, wow, NXT has been great. No, personally it hasn't. And like you said, when you have, no, I would not do Shane because, well, we've already know that. And Paul, yeah, I would probably do Paul, but that's if Paul's willing to. 2019 SmackDown. 2018 SmackDown. Through 2018 to 2019 SmackDown was all Shane, if you remember. That's the thing, is from 2019 to 2018 was all Shane. And those SmackDowns were a struggle. Yeah, but now TKO's in charge. I don't see the difference. Because if you remember when Vince went away and Hunter first took charge, it was great. It was a great few months we had before Vince came back and sold the company. So, it's one of those things that, well, okay, Vince was in charge, but don't mean that's gonna be better. Like, I would love for things to be better. And it's one of those things of I don't know what the hell's going on, because let's all be honest, we know Triple H can book. We should know, like, come on. We should know about Triple H can book for some reason, because if anybody remembers 2016 to 2019 NXT was all Triple H with like no writers. Actually 2016 through like 2020. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But that's, see, you hit it right on you hit the nail right on the head. TKO is running a business. Even then, just because it's 1 hour, okay, he had 1 hour with a stacked roster. He has now 3 hours with a semi-stacked roster. It's not the greatest roster. There's a lot to be devoured. But he still has to put a bunch of names that probably shouldn't be on the cards. Like, that's the thing. So, yeah, TKO owns and operates WWE. So, they still operate everything. So, if they don't like that, let's say John Cena isn't on a SmackDown, even if he's not supposed to be, or if it doesn't fit in the show, well, they tell him, well, we want John Cena on the show. Triple H has to fit that in somewhere. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, because once again, if we all remember the early stages before TKO was even involved, the early stages of the Triple H era, before WWE sold to TKO, we all remember those, you know, the Bloodline Civil War matches. All that stuff was really good. That was all Triple H. Once again, I don't think it's all him, though, on this one. Like, because, once again, he is still... He is answering to someone else on decisions. And, well, you know, certain names may not bring ticket sales on a Monday Night Raw. So, once again, for the women's division on Monday Night Raw, who are you going to book every week because she brings ticket sales, even though she shouldn't have to be booked every week? Rhea Ripley. That's those things. The acting was great, but once again, the booking was all Hunter. The acting was great. The ideas were great. But that wasn't all. Of course, all of these are not all Triple H. Let's all be honest. They're not all Triple H. Everyone. But everyone has their significant roles to play. That's just that. But once again, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman were not the reason why the Bloodline stuff was so great. It was everybody coming together for it. Like, that's where we're at with WWE. Is it's, as I don't know if you've seen a recent post by Carl Anderson. It's not WWE anymore. It's not even close to that. He said it's TKO. So that kind of gives you the idea of what's really kind of going on is, well, we all think, oh, it's WWE, it's the same stuff, right? No, it's TKO. And once again, they want ticket sales. That's all they care about is the ticket sales. Ticket sales. So, like, for instance, anybody in their right mind would not have booked John Cena to main event WrestleMania and let alone win the belt. But him winning the belt, oh, big 17. Everybody wants to see Cena win 17. People want to see Cena win 17. Because there was a lot of stuff that was good before the merge happened. Before basically Vince, if you remember, Vince came back, sold the company to TKO and said, oh, here you go. It's just like, I don't know if you heard, but the most recent, so WrestleMania 42 and possibly more is gonna be all done, now at Las Vegas. Can't imagine why, or who made that call. So yeah, it's stuff like that I'm like, okay. No, they are involved. They are involved in creative, though. Once again, you have a board of directors that you have to dish everything out to. That's the thing, is everybody says, oh, no. Like, obviously there's been some hit and miss stuff, but it's one of those things that, once again, TKO owns and operates. No, it's been way more than that. Because, once again, let's all be honest. Why would Triple H book Cena to win 17? Why would Triple H, out of all people, given his history with Ric Flair, book Cena to break his record? Not only that, once again, that's not a good reason. Given, once again, Triple H's history with Ric Flair, you really think because John Cena's last year, Triple H would be like, hey, here, we're going to put the belt on you. Especially after the piss-poor performance. Heard. Quotations on that, please. Quotations. So Ric Flair wants to sit there and say he has roughly around 26 world titles, but it's unrecognized, and then you have to like because randomly got stripped of the NWA world title at one point, then got it back the very next day and things like that. So the recognized record was 16 because of everything that happens and all of that. The recognized record is 16, that's why. And that's the thing that we all have to look at is, well, the recognized record is what it is because, and this is a recognized record that the company had done before already. So that's kind of the shtick. It's saying it's 6. There's been multiple people that say it's 16, and there's multiple people that say it's more than 16. the company just settled on 16 because to recognize everything, it wouldn't be a actual recognition because, oh, the NWA owner stripped Ric Flair this because he didn't want him to have it, but gave it to him the next day. So it's a lot of situations like that that are what stopped kind of the thing with Ric Flair and only having 16. And once again, okay, so it's Cena's last year, but let's both be honest here. Anybody that loves wrestling and saw Cena wrestle in the last events before WrestleMania, before Elimination Chamber, we saw him in the Rumble, and we saw how shitty he looked in the Rumble. So anybody in their right mind that knows wrestling and believes in wrestling would not have booked that to be their next world champion, no matter a heel turn or not. So that's why I am very skeptical on this idea of it's all Triple H, because it's very hard to see him taking the belt off of Cody like that in that kind of match on the biggest pay-per-view there is, knowing that Cena was not in tip-top shape, knowing that Cena couldn't deliver a great match. Like I said, yes, there's been quite a few hit or misses with Triple H's booking in the past. We know this. We've seen this. No, for instance, having Sami Zayn dethrone Gunther of all people, Sami Zayn to be the one to do that, I don't really agree with. So, but it's one of those things of, well, you had to look at everything from every standpoint. Okay, TKO is running a business. Are you gonna let somebody that is the manager of your business run the business without you telling them kind of what to do or what you expect? Like, that's the thing is, oh, we expect full ticket sales to be going. Well, no offense, not everybody's going to want to go to a Monday Night Raw that may not be a full stacked Monday Night Raw with everything. Like I said, I have my doubts of it being just Triple H. Like, obviously it's possible that he has some poor input. It is possible. But in the overall sight of view, I don't think it's all him. And it's been, quite a few times documented that it's not just all him. It's power struggles with Dwayne Johnson, and well, Dwayne's on the board of directors. There's nothing. Once again, this is one of those issues with a publicly traded company that is looking for them and their shareholders to only make money, not caring about fans, not caring about what the fans should get or want. And I believe Pretty Deadly's still on a rookie contract, or maybe on their 30-year contract of the main roster. I don't remember. So they're not making as much money, I'm guessing, that as much as probably R-Truth was making. So yeah, it's things like that it's like, okay, what are we really looking at here? Let's load up properly. Well, like I said, it's one of those, you gotta look at all the facts and you gotta look for them, which sucks. Because, you know, we're told one thing that, oh, it's Hunter fully in charge, but this really doesn't seem like Hunter booking. Like, because like you said, we've all seen what we consider Triple H booking. And yeah, I definitely feel like there's a, what you would call trimming the fat of releases going on. I will straight up be honest with you. It does feel like that. And it's not me trying to be like, oh, R-Truth doesn't deserve to work, but once again, it's one of those, okay, he had a decent showing at WWE main event, but he's a comedy act. You know, everybody complains about, oh, wrestling being not realistic, it's too comedy-like. But then they try and change somewhat of that. Oh my god, I am rusty. But they're trying to maybe change a little bit of that. And yeah. It's just, it's a messy situation in my opinion. Because it should be very simple, you would think, but it's not. Like it used to be where, oh, the CEO, the COO, he's in charge of creative. Now it seems like he's not fully in charge. Like there's power struggle somewhere, all this stuff. Because it's once again, it's one of those things of, well, I mean, technically WWE's profitable, so don't know why there would be a power struggle unless, well, oh, you're not doing what we want you to. And like I said, I am sick and tired of The Rock. I don't know about y'all, but I am sick and tired of his stupidity of everything. Like, and yeah, on the Ric Flair belts one thing, yeah, I've heard there's been so many numbers thrown out there that I'm just like, dude, I don't know which one to believe. Like at one point, I believe Ric Flair said he had like 30 belts won, that he had like 30 belts won, and I'm like, that the record's 30, and I'm like, it's starting to be like that whole Hulk Hogan working 400 days, you know. Working 400 days a year kind of stuff. Or Oh, I wrestled Benjamin Shelton. Or I wrestled Brock before he returned. Fully. Oh my gosh, my past was awful. Like, and like I said, it's one of those things of, well, documented wise, there's no documentation because this was still territory days of when Rick won all these belts, supposedly. It's like, well, you know, there was at one point a like debate between Bubba Ray Dudley and someone about whose record was it. Was it Cena's record or was it Ric Flair's record? And the guy had an actually decent argument of, well, Cena has held 16 at that time. It was still 16 WWE World Championships. Key word here is the WWE Championship or World Heavyweight Championship. Now it's 17. Yeah. Boom. So. Yeah. Finish it. Yeah, let's go. Damn, I'm the MVP. So. Boom. What a play. Talk about a play, man. slowly getting my bearings back, right? Like, takes a little bit of practice to get back where I once was in this game. Whoa. Gosh. Whoa, okay. Don't move out of there. Okay. We're good. Come on, show me what you about. Exactly. Boom. Boom. I'm here. Boom. Send it up. Go for it. Okay. We can bounce it up all you want. Boom. Boom. Still up, boys. Why? No. Launch it. Teammate. You gotta be active, G. Move. No. Boom. Nice shot. I feel like we're kind of playing a 2v3 a little bit. In. Beautiful shot. Boom. Boom. Let's go. Me being me, knowing how to do stuff. Oh, they definitely forfeit. The only thing I'm gonna do now, since it's a 2v2, is play defense since it's a 2v3. I'm just here to protect my goal. Come on. Boom! What's up, bitch? Boom! Y'all don't know? Oh, you better call somebody, cause give him that point. Cause I want to score 2 more and give me a Brazil. Molly purpose. Boom. Launch it. Boom. Sending it that way because I need a boost anyways. Set it. Or don't set it, I guess. I love the idea of destroying hope. To be honest with you, set it, set it, set it. Boom. Oh, we hitting the place. This man tried to just leave. I want that Brazil, dude. I want it. We ain't getting boost. Boom. Brazil! Sorry, I wanted it, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I just felt the need to have it. I'm just gonna kind of fuck around now. And play just straight defense, pretty much. No real offense. Oh no! Come on, come on! Oh, oh, oh! You guys might get it. Nope. Mine. We are keeping up with Brazil. Sending it. Boom. Ooh. So close, right? So close. I want to see how long we can keep it up in the air. God, no! My bad, y'all. There we go. Oh. So. But yeah. I personally feel like this is a issue with TKO any more than anything. And I'm not the only one that has that belief, but everybody has their opinions, and I will give everybody that. But it's been nice hanging with y'all. It's been nice playing with y'all. And I will catch y'all on the flip side.